Murder Mystery didn't deserve a sequel, but it got one, which critics did not like.
We're here today to make a case for why Murder Mystery 2 was actually the better movie.
The movie starts with our favorite on-screen couple, Nick and Audrey Spitz, having a fall from grace.
With business struggling, Nick and Audrey could only pray for a miracle. That someone close to them would be killed.
Questions are being asked about their relationship, about their business. It just seems to all be falling apart.
This movie is a direct continuation from Murder Mystery number 1, and we get a return of the Maharaja who's getting married.
The Maharaja is getting married! Oh!
And flies the Spitzers out to his private island.
The flamingos got diapers on so they don't crap the lawn.
The Colonel's back. Other characters I don't remember are back. It's all happening again.
I think this take already was more fun than the first one because everything's so referential to the first movie and how it's already been done before. It felt a little bit more fourth wall breaking and alive.
Yeah, much more self-aware that it is a Knives Out ripoff. But even still, it does feel like an advertisement for Hawaii when they're revealing this private island location for the movie.
But hey, there were animals in diapers. It was kind of fun and stupid. For some reason, I just enjoyed this one out the gate, which was so different to the first film.
It is peak comfort watching, like when Adam and Jennifer arrive, they're just gushing over everything the resort has to offer.
We cut pretty quickly to the wedding, and in this film, I think they did a really good job of showing the character traits of all the people involved instead of just telling us about them.
Do they not have food where you come from?
Instead of needing to have watched Knives Out before Murder Mystery to get the vibe it was going for, this one just kind of creates its own vibe.
And after getting an Adam Sandler dance break, we are introduced to the murder of the Maharaja.
But it turns out to be a false trail. The Maharaja has been kidnapped. He's not dead at all.
And what do they want? Some of that sweet, sweet money, baby.
And who's it up to solve? Nick and Audrey Spitz, of course.
Immediately we're thrust into the murder mystery. All the characters come to pay Nick and Audrey Spitz a visit to tell them all the juicy goss.
But they all keep coming at different times and they have to keep hiding them around the room. Great gag.
Let's just put you into the bedroom, just in case, because I don't know.
I'll just hide
You're hiding there? Why would you want that? That's an obvious spot.
Is it hot in here, honey?
And it's the Nick and Audrey Spitz show until Mark Strong comes out of the ocean as their murder detective idol. And he comes out and Nick and Audrey Spitz are immediate suspects. And it's gonna be like the last film where they're probably most likely the murderers, so they're running away from justice while trying to solve the mystery. It's the same rigmarole.
But despite that, we're having more fun with it, and that's really highlighted in the van scene.
Nick Spitz is the one who has to deliver the money for the Maharaja, and it ends in this amazing fight scene, might I say.
Yeah.
You can't shoot this asshole!
And this specific part of the film really made me want this to be a trilogy because it felt like it understood itself in the comedy and also the action. It felt like the Nobody films.
Yeah, the action was so much more hands-on, which was awesome. But it does result in all of the bad guys dying and Nick and Audrey Spitz getting framed again.
So at the height of Nick and Audrey Spitz's apparent guilt, we get Mark Strong coming and actually being a bit of the savior of the day. He says he'll take the briefcase from them and he'll try and clear everything up. And then immediately he dies.
Nope, you were wrong.
The money gets stolen, and that's where we're reintroduced to the detective from the last film. Another callback.
We do unfortunately get a bit of an uncomfortable trope in this film, and that's guys making really gross moves at Jennifer Aniston's character.
Yeah.
The keys are in my pants pocket. What can I say? Shooter's gotta shoot.
She is definitely treated as the hot wife throughout the film by other men, which is great. But yes, they track the van of the man who stole the case to this big mansion.
And just when we think things are getting back on track for Nick and Audrey, the Countess comes out of nowhere.
And she's not the one who kidnapped the Maharaja, but she does want that sweet, sweet ransom moolah. But don't think on that too long, because before you know it, she's also dead.
Triple cross.
The characters in this film are so disposable, it's wild.
Yeah, but it's just a body count movie.
We see Nick and Audrey working so well together in this bit, and they seem like such a believable couple, and we get this beautiful cinematic shot.
The highlights of this movie are when Aniston and Sandler are working well together, and this is just one of those peak moments.
Nick and Audrey get things back on track. They put their detective hats back on. They've got the board in front of them. And just when we think we're about to get a solve, the Maharaja rocks up with a bomb strapped to him.
I've been asked to show you all the sick-ass bomb and shit.
And minus a weird Jillian Bell cameo, we eventually get to the reveal that it's Mark Strong who's been behind this the whole time.
Whoa!
Climbed into a bomb-proof titanium chamber in the backseat.
And once again, up here on the Eiffel Tower, it's a set piece that actually is pretty cool and works well for the action that they're depicting, and also has room for funny gag moments.
It's nice when they don't just take a cast to a place just because the place is fancy and well known. They actually make use of it, and this, they actually really did make use of it. Even like the cogs and the gears that turn the elevators. It was just nice to see, because sometimes the Adam Sandler films, they go to exotic locations and you can see that Sandler's just there to go on holiday with his friends. Didn't really feel as much like that in this film. I'm not giving it the highest of praises, but it definitely felt better.
Still much more fun. Maybe we're just coping because we've seen so many bad Adam Sandler films on our journey of watching all of them.
I would like to point out a flaw. We see Sandler's character be such a good detective for no reason. We knew in the last film he couldn't shoot straight to save himself, and now he still kind of can't shoot straight, but he can take down multiple SAS level soldiers in hand-to-hand combat. And I can't suspend my disbelief that much when Adam Sandler isn't willing to work out for the role or put himself in any kind of physical position to be this good at hand-to-hand combat against young trained soldiers.
It is arguably one of the funniest parts of the movie, seeing Adam Sandler move his body as much as he does. I've never seen him be this active in a film before.
You wait till we get to the Zohan, which we can't watch because of the political climate.
So now, while fighting Mark Strong, the Spitzers have the upper hand. And you're right, he still can't shoot with dual pistols. They tie up the bad guy.
Enjoy the ride, Miller.
And seemingly everything is solved.
What a gnarly ending for Mark Strong there too.
Epic, dude. Epic ending.
And again, it was really nice to see Audrey and Nick working so well together. It's fun. It's a fun dynamic.
Wow.
But for only a 90-minute film, we couldn't possibly have another plot twist, right? You are wrong, dear audience, because it turns out the Maharaja's sister is the person that wanted him gone.
No way. And after a final bullet landing in the Colonel's last working limb, of course they solve the movie. You know how this is gonna end. Everyone knows how a movie like this is gonna end, but I must say, incredibly refreshing that it just goes for an hour 20, then 10 minutes of credits, and that's the 90 minutes. Very much what I have been yearning for in these recent Adam Sandler movies.
I think this is an exemplary take of the Adam Sandler formula. It's supposed to be short, sweet, and background viewing and fun without being too gritty. And I think this is a great way of doing it, where you can compare this with a movie like The Do-Over, which went for so long, was super gritty.
But just unique and fun ideas. Like, it's not the most unique and fun movie you could watch, but just compared to what we've watched, it's not bad. But I'm happy to rate this, Mac.
As am I, sir, but before we rate it, we play a game of Adam Sandler themed bingo around here using all the tropes of an Adam Sandler film. Up on screen are our bingo cards. Joe, how did you go?
I scored a comfortable double bingo, as there is still Adam Sandler things thrown in there. They're just not as intense and gritty as they have been. I had Sandler screams, Sandler wears shorts, product placement,
Vintage Air Jordan,
and party scene.
And while I didn't get myself a double bingo nor a single bingo, I did have fight scene, party scene, and product placement as well.
Pretty much the same stuff.
Yeah,
nice. Well
tough
done.
week for me. Joe, what did you rate this out of 10, sir?
While I do think they are riding the success of Knives Out, like if you just look at the release dates of the movies, it is uncanny how quickly they pump out a murder mystery after a Knives Out. So I imagine we're gonna get Murder Mystery 3 after the new Knives Out comes out.
Hell yeah.
But I did like how they sacrificed some of the more complicated whodunit from the first film and opted to make this one more exciting. The runtime's great because I'm not stuck for long enough. And Adam Sandler moves his body so much more, and it's just so much more fun to watch. But that being said, it is very plain. It is an average film that you can just chuck on and let it breeze by you. And for that, I give it a 5.
That's so fair. I too gave it a high 5, but I will give it a low 6 this week. I will upgrade it to a low 6.
Oh,
I think
too positive today.
I think it deserves to be in 6 territory because it did just improve on the first film, which I really didn't care for that much. And I'm glad they made it shorter and more fun. They actually were just trying to make something that was good for the people instead of just dragged out bit of bullshit that was just a bunch of improv.
We did have to watch 3.5 hours worth of content to make this conclusion by having to watch the first one too. But hey, that's just how it goes sometimes.
I personally would recommend people watch Murder Mystery 2 over Murder Mystery 1. And if I were to recommend an Adam Sandler film that is a background film, I would recommend this one.
100%. But hey, let's see what we're watching next.
Sir, next week we are watching ourselves The Longest Yard.
Okay.
Banger, by the way.
Really? Okay, I haven't seen it.
Childhood banger. Chris Rock's in this bad boy. We've got Joey Diaz somewhere in there. So fun. I really like a prison film, and I think this was a really good one, and it was actually a little bit heartfelt too.
Great, well let's save it for that review. If you want to see any other reviews we've done or more Adam Sandler videos, go check them out on our YouTube channel.
But most importantly, make sure to tell someone you love them today.
Bye.